The mala, the prayer beads of a Buddhist, especially of a tantric Buddhist, is the most important ritual item that is possessed, next to the two ritual objects of the Vajra and bell. These are the three standard objects that must be owned. Now, aside from being used as a physical ritual object, there are quite a number of deities that hold the attribute of the mala, of the prayer beads. And this attribute, how it appears, depends upon the type of deity, whether it's a peaceful deity or semi-peaceful or wrathful deity. The precise description of the mala will change. Now, there are many deities that hold the mala or can hold the mala, or deities that have many different forms, and some of the different forms will hold the mala, but the main form of the deity might not. So it's really not worthwhile to really document every deity that holds the mala, because it can vary so much, and it's not a list that anyone's going to necessarily memorize. But there are some quick kind of characteristics to it, some rules. What we can say is Avalokiteshvara, as a Vajrayana deity, not a Mahayana deity so much, but in Tantra, many different forms of Avalokiteshvara hold the mala, as well as the related deity of Amoghapasha. So this is really one of the main figures, or the Alokeshvara and Amoghapasha, if you want to separate them. This is really where you're going to consistently find the mala. Now, we also have Maitreya can hold the mala, as well as Prajnaparamita, but Prajnaparamita more in the four-armed form. We also have Shiva, the Hindu god, who can hold a mala. Now, these peaceful deities, the mala will usually just be beads or crystal, or it will be, in some early Avalokiteshvara texts, it actually says white. It doesn't say crystal. The earliest Sanskrit texts I've seen say white for the mala, with different colored Lokeshvaras. Then, of course, the mala can take on the same color as the body color, such as with Jina Sagara Lokeshvara. Now, there's also some forms of Mahakala. We have the Chaturmukha Mahakala holds, because it's a Mahakala, it's a wrathful deity, and the mala here, the prayer beads, are going to be made of bone or human skull. Then we have Shadbhuja Mahakala. Now, Shadbhuja in the Shangpa-Kagyu form is actually coming out of the 8th chapter Mahakala Tantra, and is a wrathful form of Avalokiteshvara, and also holds a skull mala, as does Brahmanarupa Mahakala, which is kind of a made-up form of Mahakala that represents the Chaturmukha Mahakala. Now, in terms of persons in art, painting and sculpture, we have Hashang, the patron to the 16 elders, and he typically is holding a mala of some type. We have a few other teachers where it's often the case that they hold a mala, such as Kachi Gompawa, Nyangral Nima Oser, Shangten Chobar, and then Wangdun Yingpo. Now, Wangdun Yingpo is normally shown as being a little bit more like a Mahasiddha type, and his mala is often a Rudraksha bead mala. And this is more related to wrathful practices, but humans and real people don't use skulls of a full skull mala. It's just unwieldy, but the Rudraksha is related to Shiva, and it's related to Bhairava, Shiva Bhairava, and it's related to Mahakala. So it's considered a little bit more wrathful and more associated with Siddha appearance for human forms. So just a little bit of an introduction to where we find the mala, and it is really throughout iconography, and it can be an attribute for almost any deity. It is not unique to any one deity figure or any single human teacher or lineage teacher. It can be found pretty much anywhere. So you can press the like button, you can comment, you can share, and you can also subscribe to stay in contact, and you can help support the work we do and join HAR on Patreon.